What's up, everybody? This is Disco. Today I wanted to talk about Reiki energy and working with demons. I know there's going to be a lot of people that have opinions either way on this thing. All I'm telling you is my experience with this stuff and what I feel about how to advance. Now, my main purpose is ascension. So that's what I'm always after. Now, however I'm going to get that is what I'm going to do. So it all started for me with Lucifer. I was ritualing to Lucifer one night, and I just basically asked him. I was like, I really want to step up my game. What can I do in order to do that? And I didn't. This is way before I could do anything. Before I could channel or really communicate. I would get visions sometimes, but it was not anything very consistent. And I could feel their energy around when I used to ritual before, and it was there were times it was more powerful than other times. Of course, everybody who's ritual knows what I'm talking about. You ritual no matter what, anyways. You just finish out the ritual. Sometimes even when you're writing the ritual, it's more powerful. You feel more powerful than you did when you actually do the ritual. Uh, but I asked Lucifer, and he basically like the next day I got an email from a friend of mine, or a message on Facebook, I think it was, or text, I don't know, but telling me about this course that was available and for Reiki. And I was like, all right. I've had some medical issues myself, so I thought, why not? That'd be cool, you know. So I followed the link. It was cheap. I took the course, and it was for Reiki's 1, 2, and Master. Now, I was very skeptical. I was still skeptical throughout taking the whole Reiki thing. I was just like, yeah, whatever, Reiki, love and light bullshit, right? Whatever. And so until there was time to get my attunement, and when I got my attunement, you definitely feel the energy whenever the attunement happened. It was undeniable for me, and I was still, even afterward, I remember I was still skeptical. This was my first attunement. I've had several since then. I think I went maybe a month or 2 or 3 straight up taking different Reiki courses and then just getting different attunements, more and more attunements, because I was almost hooked on the attunement process, the energy that I got from it. I had a Kundalini experience from not during attunement, but after getting a certain amount of attunements, I was in meditation with Lucifer, and then I just, all of a sudden, boom, it hit. Obviously, after that, things changed even more, and I've been ascending very rapidly ever since. It's been a great experience. For anybody that wants to step up their game, I would definitely recommend it. I mean, it was fucking awesome, and it still is. If I ever feel sick or bad or anything, something hurts, I can heal myself to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Reiki is not a substitute for going to the doctor, obviously, but it helps. Like it works on your energy body. So I've given distant Reiki sessions to people that love them, and I've done in-person Reiki sessions and with crazy effects. Just things that have blown me away. So my first experience with Reiki and the demonic was not actually with what somebody would consider a demon. It was with a shadow entity. At this time, I still couldn't see very clear with my third eye. I'd get flashes, right? So I got this flash of I felt a presence behind me. I was laying in bed going to sleep, and then I felt this energy, something behind me, like it wanted to talk to me, and I saw like a quick flash of a shadow person wearing a hat, who is obviously the Hat Man, right? So I was like, well, what do you want, some Reiki? And I felt a yes. That's what I felt. I didn't hear any words. I felt yes. So I was like, all right, cool. So I did some Reiki in the direction that I felt that the Hat Man was in, or if it maybe was a different shadow entity who also wears a hat. I don't, I did some Reiki, and then after that, everything was chill, and then he left, and I went to sleep. And that was it. And I've I've used Reiki to charge crystals. Like let's say I live in the hood, you cannot leave shit outside, or some dope fiend will take that motherfucker. Like these crystals, it doesn't matter. They'll think it's a crack rock. They'll try to smoke it or throw. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you don't leave shit outside of your apartment here in the hood unless it's a donation. You know what I'm talking about? So I can't really put my stuff in the moonlight to charge, and so I had an issue with that. And then there's other ways to charge it, of course, but nothing I really felt comfortable with. And then when I became attuned to Reiki, I was able to use Reiki to charge my crystals. So that was a huge bonus. I've used Reiki to open my chakras, which have enabled me to work with demons on a more personal and profound level. After doing this and after doing some work, and I know there's more work to be done, I can now channel with entities. I can speak to them basically. Like my rituals have become, I used to ritual at least, let me see, I don't want to say at least. There was a point in time where I was ritualing like at least once every day, 2 to 3 times a day, depending upon what I had going on in my life. You know what I'm saying? I would ritual twice, 3 if I was like really wanted something done. I really wanted, several things. I was working on a bunch of stuff, and I was just working on my ascension, and basically that's it. Now it's just like I grab a notepad and I just start talking to whatever entities I'm trying to connect with. When I come, I see in my mind's eye, they match my aura, match my energy, and then I start asking them questions, and they start giving me answers. And then I go back and I read, because I don't always I don't see the flow of what's happening whenever I'm talking, when I'm writing down, when I'm channeling. So I'll go back and read it. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. I made another video where my experience with Kostroma, explaining my channeling process, explaining how I channeled, not how I channeled, but like a channeling, a time that I channeled with her. However, I've channeled with several entities. I've channeled with Adramelech, Behemoth, Lucifer, Hecate, I'm just Moloch. I don't want to leave anybody out, but there's a lot. I've channeled a few, and I haven't had to do any ritual stuff. I just start channeling, and I attribute this to Reiki, and plus some other practices that I have taken steps in, working with other people that have helped me ascend more, because the entities have told them that they want to work with me. So I'm getting to a point where I can work with them, and I've had several entities over time want to work with me. As far as like the people say that Reiki energy is only for